in this channel. Can't save it. Now, this shenanigan going on between the England FA and Chelsea is something I want to break down to even the 10 years old, even 5 years old will understand it. Do I want to break it down so that you will get the full gist and everything that has happened that caused all this, recurrent problem and talks about Chelsea. So let me break it down for proper understanding. Now, I'll be using, in form of like classroom or this to break it down. When you buy something expensive for your classroom, you must tell the principal exactly how much you paid, who you paid, and why. Right? That is, when you do something like anything that is an organization, there are people at the top that are supposed to be aware of how everything went. This was the case of Chelsea. During the era of Roman Abramovich, many things were done that they didn't put in clear terms and in written form clearly for everybody to see. They might sign player 150 million pounds and come back to tell you that, okay, this player was signed 45 million pounds. And now the agent that was supposed to get maybe 5 million pounds, instead of them giving the agent 5 million pounds, they will give the agent 7 million pounds because they hijacked that player from another club that already met the criteria. Are you getting it? They give the agent 7 million. The intermediary, the third person, the third party, they might still give that person a certain amount that they will not document. Now, let me go through it by maybe reading so that you understand what I'm trying to point out. Now, imagine the old class captain secretly buys things and pays some people under the table without telling the principal. Years later, a new captain takes over the class. While checking the old file, he discovered hidden receipts and says, "Principal, I think the old captain broke the rules. We didn't do this, but we found it." The principal investigates. Like they didn't do it. These new owners, they didn't do it. When they checked and they found out that these things were done by the old owner, which was Abramovich, they brought it out and gave it to FA. Oh, this is what has happened. We are not aware of it. We came in and we met it. Now, England FA collected it and investigates. Even though the new captain didn't break the rules, the class still gets punished because the class itself broke the rules years ago. Can you imagine? Are you getting the check now? Now the class still get punished because they felt it was still the name Chelsea that committed the offense, so they still punish Chelsea. That is basically what happened to Chelsea. Now let's go to it bit by bit. Step 1: Roman Abramovich owned Chelsea from 2003 till 2022. Roman Abramovich have taken charge of Chelsea since that time. When he came in, brought in Jose Mourinho brought in some players like Paulo Ferreira, Carvalho, Didier Drogba and the likes. You understand? During these years, Chelsea signed many famous players like Eden Hazard, David Luiz, Samuel Eto'o, Willian, and the rest of them. Nothing suggests those players did anything wrong. Like, the players did not do anything wrong. It has nothing to do with players this time. The problem wasn't signing those players. The problem was how the money around the transfer was paid and recorded. How these players that were signed, the money were paid and recorded. Now, step 2, what exactly was wrong? Example, Chelsea buy a player. Let's say Chelsea buy Eden Hazard for 50 million pounds. Normally, the agent's fee is supposed to be what? 5 million. That's perfectly legal, which is supposed to be done. And when you do such a thing, you put it in writing. Clearly declare it out. Everybody sees it that, okay, this is what you did. But investigator says in many Chelsea transfers, there were extra payments made to agents or third party that weren't properly declared to the club official record. Some payment allegedly went through offshore company instead of being fully disclosed. Like they use offshore account to pay those players, those agents, third parties. Instead of them to pay through Chelsea, account, they use offshore account to pay it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I hope you are getting this video. I might divide it into part by part. I might have part 1, part 2, part 3. Yes. But I want you to get it because this video is going to be a bit long. I want you to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, I want you to think of it like this. You tell your parents a toy costs 20,000 naira. I'm using Nigerian currency now, 20,000 naira. But secretly, you paid another 8,000 naira to arrange the deal. If you hide the 8,000 naira, you have given false information. That is what happened concerning that and what the FA are really talking about as it concerns that. Now, step 3 about this. Let's talk about the 74 charges. Many people think Chelsea committed 74 different scandals. Not exactly. Think of traffic police. If you drive through 74 red light, you didn't invent 74 different crimes. You committed the same rule many times. That is to say, this same rule, these same things Chelsea committed, which is, I will explain again, which is buying player for a certain amount, coming from behind to pay extra amount to agents, to third parties. Those third parties are people that help them to get the deal done, like the parents, the friends of the player, to convince the player. if they had recorded it, it's not an offense. But they did it. They did it outside the football, body. Those are the offense now. Are you getting it? So all these things they did are what Chelsea are what they call the 74 charges. And it's not that they did it, they did this one here, they did another. It's that same offense. They did it here, 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 and it became 74. So that's the 74 charges. Step 4. Why didn't the FA discover it early? Because the record weren't fully transparent. They didn't bring it out. That's why the England FA did not discover it. Like I said, they were using offshore accounts to do all these, dirty jobs, dirty businesses. Remember, Abramovich is not just anyhow person. That man is a mafia. Yes, Abramovich is a mafia. You will not know. Back then in 2003, we that watch football, not be all the Chelsea fans we dey now. We understand what happened that time. The power play and everything. Even Mourinho said there was a time people were saying when Mourinho was wearing that Italian mafia suit, people were saying Mourinho is carrying gun in that suit. Because if you see the way Mourinho is, dabbling the referees and the rest of them, changing it to everybody, seriously, you will be afraid. And when Mourinho come to press conference to talk, you will know that somebody is talking. Now I understand the backing, where that backing was coming from. You can't get somebody like Roman Abramovich and not behave the way Mourinho was behaving. And after Roman Abramovich left Mourinho, did he say calm down? The shenanigans, all those things that he was there, became, calm. So let me tell you something. A whole lot happened during this period, but I'm still in it. I'm still going to break it down. Trust me, you're going to get everything. Now, because the record very fully transparent, when Togboli and Clale Bluco bought Chelsea in 2022, they conducted a detailed review of the club finance. During this review, they found transactions that looked suspicious. Instead of waiting for the regulators to find them, they reported the issue themselves to the FA, UEFA, and Premier League. This is called self-reporting. This was what they did. Immediately they found out these new owners that came in 2022. Immediately they found out, they said, okay, we cannot keep this to ourselves because we cannot continue hiding it. We will bring it out. And they brought it out. They told the FA, they told the UEFA governing body that this is what has happened. This was what has transpired in Chelsea. But we are not aware of it. We came in, we saw it. Now, normally what should have happened is, since they are new owners, they can't suffer for another person's punishment. FA did not accept that, UEFA did not accept that. What they just felt was that it is Chelsea that committed the crime. Chelsea will pay for it.